Howdy folks, welcome back to Spruce Mountain. It's January, just out running around with Jake and doing some exercising right before we get back into some chorin. Hope everyone enjoyed the tour on the last video that we did. And we got a lot of animals to feed and some stuff to pick up. All of our chores need to get wrapped up for the day and start getting ready for the big sale coming up. So come join us and let's get at it. Alright, well, first things first, we need to get back, get this boy loaded up and get going. Push him back into here just a little bit. Get that conveyor turned on. Make sure get our trailer corrected a little bit. I know we're doing we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves on this rock, but I know the sales aren't coming up until next month, but there's so much here that we need to get ahead of everything. Oh, let's back up. Get ahead of everything and be prepared for the big sale. Like I said, it's winter time and I don't like to just fast forward through things, and Grandpa and I don't like sitting around waiting for spring. We got lucky there. Get this tractor moved. I was hearing that lovely purr from the New Holland reminded me, like on the map tour, I was pretty bummed when I was going through editing the video because I couldn't figure out. I didn't know at the time, but it wasn't recording the in-game sounds, so, but I did some studying and everything, figured out what the issue was and got that fixed, so we shouldn't have that issue anymore. all the way to the back, and then we'll shift over. But I'm just going to go until these trailers are full because, like I said, I don't think Stone sells until February. So let's see here. Yeah, February, September and February. But we're going to hit that February sale.
Silence for years, cursing, complaining, and in the summertime midnight so clear, we'll still think your song is sincere. I know that I dreamed you once. I was down in a basement room, foreign land in a desert sand, where you let me bride to your groom. Freight train, let me be the bride to your groom. Leaving southbound 33, from the heartland to the sea. I was heartsick, I couldn't see.
If we can get these trailers loaded. Actually, speaking of that, we can probably jump time a little bit, speed it up just a little bit. This is all we really got going on. This and chorin. Checked all the orchards and the greenhouses already, so they're good. Basically, just loading these trailers and getting the animals fed. We do have to run a couple loads for beef cows and possibly for dairy. I just like to stay on top of that, stay way ahead of it. They're not low by any means, but yeah, I can see we're using that feedlot pack, and their feed bins hold 1 million liters, so we've got plenty of room in there. It's not an urgent thing. I just like to stay up on it. I usually like to stay around 700,000 in there, between 700 and 800,000, at least for the beef, especially with babies coming soon. I had so much other chores going on. Normally I don't bite off that many projects in wintertime, but apparently I was feeling extra ambitious this year. Cool, what we got here, 3.3. So we'll turn that off so we don't spill any. Oh wow, that one already cleared too. Dang. This is I can't believe I was planning to load all of this with the loader and the, I think it's a 10,000 liter bucket that it's got on it that we found at the store. I think it was 10,000 liters. I can't believe I was planning to load this with that. It's just mind-boggling. Do this. I mean, part of the reason for the delay in figuring out the solution for this was this is the first time I've done anything with these conveyor belts. Yeah, I haven't really used them in FS22, so. I think in 17 I was more focused on I actually didn't do anything with cows in 17. I didn't run any dairy. That was all pigs and sheep. I am thinking about doing another big pig farm, for one of these adventures. I did get the new cattle map downloaded, but it's for that cattle farm. It's based in Colorado. That looks pretty cool, but it's based in Colorado, and it's got some good fields and looks like beautiful terrain. I went and checked out the map and everything. Looks good. The only issue is I am wanting to get into FS20 or FS25. So I'm kind of bummed that it took so long for that map to come out, or a map like that to come out. But we'll see. We might squeeze in some gameplay. So we'll let these go, and then we're gonna, let's see, what else we need to do. I don't want to do a whole video just staring at this, so like I promised in the tour, we're gonna try and make sure we cut these videos down a little bit. So we're gonna run down and feed some cows. I know too, I put it in the tour that I don't think I really explained it very well, but I've been testing this to see if it'll work, and I really thought that the system was working, because in some of my greenhouses and orchards and everything like that, it looked like the water levels were slowly increasing. I believe that's what, it over the months, it gradually increases in the amount of water that it disperses out. But that's what I meant by, I've been running some experiments on it, just seeing if it truly works, because we have so many things that require water around here. Obviously, it's farm ranch, but it wasn't until these greenhouses right here, when I was doing the tour, I just happened to stop by and check them while I was showing you all, and saw that there was, they had been sucked dry. So that was what I meant by I was shocked in testing out this theory that the system would work. So just catching everyone up on what I meant by this. It really seemed to be working, and it's a phenomenal idea if it does work, because there's, like I said, there's so many things that gotta be watered, and it takes a lot of time to get it done. So you can find little conveniences like this, which truly, even if you are going for realism and everything, it's not too far off. There are systems that you can build in real life, that set up automatic water flow and everything like that. Probably, be a little more expensive to set it up for greenhouses and things, but for animals and livestock, we do it all the time for our animals. And So we got Bob running the other semi. Old cousin Bob. He's coming. He was running a little slow, so we put the pedal to the metal. You know, Smokey and the Bandit, man. Big Rig's got to roll. There he comes. Nope. Yeah, there he is. I knew I seen him. Way down there. Okay. But we were running. We're going to run both semis here. Because I've got just shy of 800,000 liters TMR mixed up here. But I think, I forgot, I still have some that I haven't ran from the factory yet. So I think I'm going to put old Bob down here, leave that parked, and we'll feed the dairies with that one. But we're going to run up here and use the factory to big sail. But we're gonna run down here and use the factory and just do those short rounds real quick for cows, beef cows, and then we'll have Bob take this truck back over to the yard and we'll swing around and grab that other truck for the dairy cows. So I'll catch y'all up when we get there. So here we are, we made it to the factory. We're going to start loading up. So we're going to actually we're just going to run this straight to the dairy cows instead of worrying about dropping it off in storage. And let's see here. We're gonna have Sheila, old cousin Sheila. She needs some work, so she's gonna drive Big Rig down over here for us. And we're gonna run over here, meet up with Bob, and we're gonna grab some hay, but we're gonna grab it straight out of the. We have, this is our hay storage. 2.5 or 2.4 million, 2.3, and then I put this extra one in because we're running straight grass, and then we're just putting them in these. I thought 2 were going to be able to keep up, and I might have just enough hay stored away to kind of give these big girls a chance to put in enough work, but I don't know. They're doing okay. I'd like to see a little bit more production out of them, but they're helping with so many other problems that I can't really complain. So I'm gonna grab, spin around here. Widen this roundabout a little bit. But we're gonna come in here. Grab some hay, and then we'll run this up to the beef cows. And by the time this is full, we'll probably swap trucks with Sheila and take care of the dairy cows. She can run the truck up for us, loaded, depending on where she is. Okay, yeah, so she's going the right way. Sheila's almost here. We'll try and just catch her right here so we can get... actually, we'll let... maybe we'll send Bob. Take him down to the beef, Bob. What are you doing? Come on. another thing too, because there isn't much difference, especially with beef. That's why I only feed them hay. I mean, it supposedly slows down their growth a little bit, but it hasn't been enough to even worry about. So I feed them straight hay. It kind of helps me keep up with straw production and everything, because we did have a couple years where we went heavy on cash crop versus feed crop. So that's why I went to hay. And driving skills. Woo! Oh, beautiful. Look at that. We made it. Alright, so we're going to run up here. I'm going to grab some more TMR straight from the factory. Check water real quick. Yeah, see, water's doing good on all of these. It's a little low, about 4,000 liters low, a little bit lower there, but that's what I'm wondering. I think that mod is working, but I don't know. We'll just have to keep testing it. Worst case scenario, we'll get back to watering. But some of those are getting kind of low, so we'll see what happens. But alright, I'm going to go ahead and hurry up and feed these cows, and I'll bring y'all back when we're going to be swapping trailers on the big rigs and getting ready to move those babies over to the calf pen. Alright, see you in a minute. Alright, we got hauling trailer. Realized to this exact moment that I never put any working lights in around here, so it's pretty dark. And we've got all the tractors I had for this side of the ranch. It's big enough to haul some of our other trailers that we have. So I'm gonna bring some more feed over for these guys real quick. But I wanted to get these cows transferred, and boom, just like that. That's another reason why I love this system. Set it up however you want to, and get done pretty quick. Of course, sometimes, I mean, it didn't seem like much right now because I only moved 20 head, but, you know, you got 250 head, 250 head, and each time I'm separating them that way to kind of help keep up with the TMR levels. But with as much as we're producing, I'm thinking I might, I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to think about it as we fill up, because these pens can each hold 1,000 heads. So we've got one more run of babies each in here. So when these mamas, let's see here. We'll see how we're gonna balance it out, but we'll balance it out so, you know, because, oh geez, yeah, these mamas are getting ready to drop. So are these ones, so it's another 230 head that we're gonna have to transfer over. But eventually these two pens will balance out and there won't be any point in moving them around as much. So especially if, I mean, unless this plateau experiment doesn't work with these older mamas, and we'll just start selling them once they have that second calf. But as of right now, the rotation's working out good, so only the milk producers are getting the TMR, or high milk producers are getting the TMR, and then babies and everything can grow and live their life fat and happy on some hay. I am gonna run a little bit more hay in there. I'm gonna send this back because we still got I'll let Tom take that. Turn the lights on, Tom. Lights on for safety. He's the silliest of gooses. But oh cool. We've got the tractor down, so we'll grab some hay out of here. We'll grab the trailer. Let's see here. That'll work. Now we'll just grab this little guy. Throw some hay in here, run to that calf pen, and we're going to pull from here because we almost emptied the silos, so we'll just pull from here. There's quite a few head in there, we got 200 plus, so might just full dump the trailer, get ready for those next set of babies, and that way it'll keep us ahead of it. And they'll have all the hay eaten up before we make the switch to TMR if we don't rotate, so I'm not worried about it getting left in there. I'm pretty disappointed in the headlights though in this T7. Awfully dark. Might have to adjust my settings again. I think I accidentally changed the display settings. That might explain why it seems extra dark. I'll check that out. Okay, so we've got all the feed done. Got the babies moved. And the rest will be just putting away. I need to go pick up some wool and stuff, but we'll save that for the next one. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we got more content coming. FS22, FS25, we also have some other games that we're going to be jumping on. So again, I hope you all had a good time with me, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.